because I put two. Fucking, I'm glad I didn't do the dunk contest because I wouldn't have picked him. But I just put Damian to
Who's he gonna pick for the dunk contest?
Huh?
Who's he gonna pick for the dunk contest?
I don't know.
Bro, Mac McClung's been like that since high school, so I already
know I mean, I saw shit of him before. Like, I remember,
that like, bad long ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, bro. Like, that's why, like,
when they picked him is the last time I seen that.
He's not really nice no more, but he could still at least do shit like that. Like,
that's why he a practice player, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say he a bum, but they don't let that nigga play.
That's all he could really do for real.
Hey, man, he good at that. Fuck that. And not for nothing, if that's what he.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Our game here, really a dream matchup for folks who like good quarterback play, and really who doesn't like good quarterback play. I mean, you got the 2-time reigning MVP against a guy who many think could be holding that trophy in the very near future. Rodgers and Allen have faced off one time before, and it was the Packers who shut out the Bills that day 22-0. That was just Allen's 3rd NFL start. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 26. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Here we go.
A first carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's James Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Bills at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Allen now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. That third down conversion good for 23.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
They'll start with the option.
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Gregory Rousseau, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Out quickly to Hines.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 14. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
Here's Allen to throw it. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Allen. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But it's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, now Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Gregory Rousseau able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Over here.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. He finds his man complete. It's McKenzie. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Allen going to try and keep it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Bills answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson complete and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Get 300! Get 300! 150!
Again, it's Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Hey, you block over here.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Next one. Get 300. Get 300. 150.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got a man, complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones from 13 yards out. And the Packers have taken a fourth quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Allen. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll run for it with Hines. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now Rodgers. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the 1st down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, still a 1-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner, and a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing is Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They give that extra.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. There he goes left side. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. So a win here for the Packers. And we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight.